Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear students, welcome to UPS Pajama Education Zone More. I am Mr. Mushtaq Malik, teacher UPS Pajama. Today we are going to solve the exercise of our topic, which is the brook. As you know that we have just completed the poem. That is, we have just recently completed our topic. Now today we are going to solve its exercise. But before solving the exercise, or before going to solve the exercise, we must remember something in mind. That is the introduction of the poem, which we need, and the summary of the poem. In the introduction, we learned that the poet compares the human life with the river. The poet has realistically drawn a parallelism between the journey of the brook with the life of a man. He significantly relates the brook to human life, to the sad reflection that man's life is impermanent compared with the relative permanence of a river. After that, in summary, we read that the brook suddenly emerges and flows through the mountains and valleys, creating a lot of noise. It trembles through Mother Nature, sparkling among ferns and petals. It rushes in high speed through hills, ridges, towns, and villages. At last, it joins the brimming river at Philip's farm. It flows on forever, unlike men who come and go. Colors like silver and golden are used while describing the surroundings amidst which the brook flows. The flow is very enthusiastic and jovial, spreading positive vibes about the brook. Thus in this journey, the brook meets many things and visits many places, fulfilling its life just like a human being. Keeping the summary and introduction in mind, let us go to solve the exercise of the poem. Thinking about the poem. The first question is, who is I referred to in the poem? When we go through the poem, we find that it is the brook, because in our first verse we learned that the brook says, I come from haunts of food and here I make a sudden sally. That is, I refer shortly to the brook. Our second question is, trace the journey of the brook. The journey of the brook starts from the haunts of food and her, passes several villages and a small town, and flows underneath lots of bridges and at last reaches Philippus farm to join the river. After reading the poem, we learned that the place where from the brook originates. That is, the brook originates from the place where the coot and hern get together. After that, it slows down the hills, ridges, and passes several villages and a town, and also undergoes several bridges to reach the river. Our third question. I explain the following lines: for men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. What purpose do these lines serve? जब भी कभी, whenever there are some poetic lines, some verses which we have to explain. How we start like this. As first of all, we give the introduction from which poem these lines have been taken and who have written it. Because in examinations there are extractions, and it becomes easy for us to explain those lines which will come in the examination. First of all, we give introduction. These lines have been taken from the poem The Brook, which so we have begun with the question and answer as these lines have been taken from the poem The Brook penned down by Alfred Tennyson. In these lines, through the voice of poet, the brook says that human life is short and impermanent as compared to its own life, which is permanent. These lines convey the message that the final destiny of human life is death, which means human life is mortal. That is what purpose do these lines serve. After that, there is question number 4. Alteration is the repetition of initial consonant sounds in the verses such as I slip, I slide, I gloom, I glance. Pick out more examples of the alliteration from the poem. The words like I slip, I slide, I gloom. Here, the repeating words like I, they are called the alliteration. It is the repetition. They are the words which got repeated. Now we have what we have to do. We have to pick more words. Some words are given there. I slip, I slide, I glum, I glance. We have to pick more words from the poem. That is, I chatter, I move, I flow, I win, I fret, etc. Question number 5 is, can the journey of the brook be compared to human life? How? The brook passes through different stages just like the human life. In this journey, the brook meets many things and visits many places, fulfilling its life just like a human being. So we can compare the journey of brook to human life. यानी कि ये जो ब्रुक है, जिस तरह इंसान अपनी ज़िंदगी के मुख्तलिफ स्टेजेस पास गुजारता है, यानी कि जिस तरह इंसान ज़िंदगी के मुख्तलिफ स्टेज से गुजर जाते हैं, इस तरह ब्रुक भी मुख्तलिफ स्टेज से गुजर जाते हैं। यानी अगर हम देखेंगे इंसान जन्म लेता है, इसके बाद उसका बचपन होता है, इसके बाद जवानी आती है, बूढ़ा हो जाता है और आखिरकार ये मर जाता है। इसी तरह ये जो ब्रुक है, ब्रुक का भी अगर हम देखेंगे इसका भी जन्म होता है, कहाँ से होता है, यानी किसी चश्मे से होता है, इसके बाद ये भी मुख्तलिफ स्टेज से गुजर जाते हैं। किसी जगह पे पहाड़ी में से चलना पड़ता है, किसी जगह पे घाटी में से चलना पड़ता है, किसी जगह पे मैदान में चलते हैं और आखिरकार ये भी दरिया में पहुंच जाते हैं। इस तरह हम इंसानी ज़िंदगी और ब्रुक की ज़िंदगी का मुवाज़ना कर सकते हैं। ये हमारी एक्सरसाइज थी। इंशाल्लाह सी यू इन नेक्स्ट टॉपिक।